For your first hybrid course lesson, we're going to cover intrapersonal communication. Defined, that is the communication that takes place within a single person. This is often referred to as the voice inside your head. It's used normally to clarify ideas or to analyze a situation. There are 3 aspects to intrapersonal communication, in which we'll cover each in the following slides. First up is your self-concept. This is the basis for your interpersonal communication. It determines how you see yourself and how you see yourself in relation with others around you. It has also been called your self-awareness. It too involves 3 factors, in which we'll cover in the following slides. Your beliefs are your basic personal orientation towards what is true or false, good or bad. These can be descriptive or perceptive. Your values are deeply seated and tie in a lot with your beliefs. It is how you view what is right and what is wrong, certain actions and ideas. You're going to be hardwired because of your values on your perception for these. Your attitudes, though, are learned perceptions, and these are towards or against a topic. Attitudes often are global, and they are typically very emotional. All 3 of these aspects influence your behavior. They can either be spoken or physical action. Some psychologists would also include body image as an aspect of interpersonal communication, in that your body image is a way of perceiving ourselves, either positively or negatively, and according to social standards. All 3 of these aspects too can influence your self-concept, your self-awareness, either, again, in a positive or a negative light. There are other things that can affect your self-concept as well, such as your talents, your social role, or even the order of birth in your family. Perception is how the outside world is also rooted in your beliefs, your values, and your attitudes. It is very closely intertwined with your self-concept, and they both feed off of one another. Your expectations are your future-oriented messages dealing with long-term roles. Sometimes they can be projections of learned relationships within the family, again, such as the order of your birth, or within society itself. There are many different levels of interpersonal communication, in which we'll cover in the following slides. The first aspect is your internal discourse. This involves your thinking, your concentration, your ability to analyze a situation. Psychologists include both daydreaming and nocturnal dreaming inside this category. And if you pray or you meditate, the little voice inside your head during those times are also considered internal discourse. Again, this is where the voice, the conversation is still inside and nothing is spoken out loud yet. Solo vocal communication, this is where you speak out loud, again, just to yourself, so you are both the sender and the receiver of the message. Normally this is done to clarify your thinking, perhaps rehearse a message that you intend for your spouse or for your boss or for your child, or simply could be just the voice you use just to let off steam after having a bad day. And the last aspect is the solo written communication. And this is again written for just yourself. It is not intended for others, such as a letter or a note. An example of solo written communication would be an entry in a diary or a personal journal. This concludes our study on intrapersonal communication. Your next lesson is going to cover interpersonal communication, in which the conversation takes place with another individual.